Good evening, everyone. It's Serotonin. I'm doing a little quick um, video today about just Canada stuff because it's kind of coming up a lot. And I happened to notice I've been sort of reading between the headlines on Galactic Connection again. I'm always, talking crap about this website, and then I go to it a lot because there's info and then there's disinfo, but you kind of can see it's like a windsock. You can see which way the wind is blowing. That's what I like about it. So, for those of you that are not aware, which might be, I don't know, quite a few of you, Canada is usually quite a quiet country. So, we don't really make headlines in the news a lot, but ever since Mr. freaking supermodel took over, we seem to hit the headlines quite a bit. So, there's a totalitarian tiptoe happening here. And this, in my opinion, the basic income to me is basically one foot in the door to socialism and basically impoverishing everyone uniformly. So first they take care of the people who don't have enough, so it makes it look really good, and then something happens, right? Something's going to happen which takes away everybody else's money. But don't worry, everyone's equal now and we're all on the same pay scale. So that's what I think basic income is about. But I'll leave that up to you to read. And I wanted to refer you to Elle's Place. This video here is just crazy. So they want to reduce the voting age from 18 to 8, right? So they have different ways of doing this across the world. In the US, they seem to be just flooding the place with illegal immigrants and convincing them to vote or paying them to vote for their party. Here, we're asking children to do that. This, to me, is a sure sign of desperation to reduce the voting age from 18 to 8. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's a joke. I mean, it's a complete joke. There are still enough parents out there that can easily recognize, and people who work with kids, that can easily recognize how completely ridiculous this is. But this is actually happening. Well, it's not happening, but it's a proposal, which I think is insanity. So there you go. And while we're at it, Ellie's Place channel is just really kind of excellent. She's got a lot of stuff that she talks about. And for those who don't know of Ellie, she's a very conservative, down-to-earth minded, transgendered woman. And I think she's absolutely fantastic, and she's fighting the good fight against the pedo takeover of the gay community. She's very much against the political party that is called the LGBTQ. She is much more interested in people being individuals and individually empowered in sovereignty, and she is super interesting, very smart, and just salt of the earth. So if you want to check out a really interesting Canadian who has common sense and enough knowledge and memory to remember what it takes to live in a stable society. And then finally, I just want to take you guys back to, here we have Starship Earth Big Picture, and something you guys may not know about this, there is tons of stuff in the Starship Earth Big Picture website about Canada, and it's often in here because one of the writers, I believe there's only two people who are running this website, and one of the two is originally Canadian. She lives in the US, but she's Canadian and has family up here, and so therefore cares very much about the political situation. And one last thing. So we've talked about there's Frank Vaughan, who is running for the Bernier Party in, where is it? It's just outside Peterborough, I believe it's there. Which is in Ontario. And then we have Kevin Annett, who is running his own party all over in various places. I believe Bay of Quinte is one of them, and then there's another one in, I believe it was York region, which is quite near Toronto. And now I just wanted to mention too that we have Billy Joyce, who is out east in Cape Breton, and he is also running for the Bernier Party. So interesting stuff, lots of new faces on the political scene. This guy is connected with Abel Danger and Field McConnell and all of those guys. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't quite decided how I feel about those guys, but he was in connection with them for a while. I don't believe he's part of the team or anything, but I do believe that he having concerns that he does about the SES and the goings on with that stuff that also pertains to PEDO issues, um, and the rings that run those things, the trafficking and whatnot. And so, anyway, what have it, as take it for what you will. Wow, that was hard to get out. But we do have a lot of really, I think, good people throwing their hat in the ring. And, political parties, I don't really know. But the Republic of Canada and the People's Party of Canada, very interesting. This is new stuff. They're brand new parties. They're definitely worth checking out because the old boss is basically an underwear model, and that's pretty much what he's good for. So anyway, just wanted to check in with you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.